Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of PB's ANYVERSE. And today, I want to start off the stream. Today, I want to start off the episode by naming one of these fish right here. So I got the message a little bit late yesterday. I got it at 9 hours after I rendered my episode out. So I didn't get the chance to do this in the last episode, but my good friend Maruski, she wanted this little guy, the red and white one, named after her, and therefore she specifically said, name it Miru. So that's what we're going to do. Let's just get this guy isolated. Please stop being near the other guys. Bam! There we go. We have Miru. Yay! If you guys want me to name a fish after you, right now we have Indoor Adventurer, which is named after my Twitch sub, the Indoor Adventurer. We have Miru now, and now we have this fish and that fish. Now my plan is to get a school of each of these fish, each kind of these 4 fish, somewhere in here. So if you would like to be, even if you want to be another one of these fish, or another one of these fish, feel free to let me know that's the fish you want. Remember, we have the Emperor gray and red fish. We have, well, kind of gray and white fish. It's like a gray, white, red fish, right? Like the one with the fancy red and white fish. That's what we'll call this one. We have our all gray fish. We have our red and white fish. And then we have our gray and red fish, the little guy, our little guppy, wherever he went. I've already lost him. He was right here a second ago. But yeah, I just wanted to do that at the beginning of this episode. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Ooh, cute little boy. Cute little guy. Yeah, that's where I wanted to start this episode out because I have things to do and just a lot of prep to do, starting with repairing my tools. I've got 9 diamonds, even though I really only need 6. But I'm going to go grind out those levels, going to cook up some food, and then we'll get started with the first project of the day. Okay, and to continue on from that last clip, I'll tell you why I was looking through all my chest in a little bit, but I found another fish. This is called the Moorish Idol, and they will look very familiar. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go add you to your new family. Where are they? There they are. Hi, hello. Welcome your new pal, the Moorish Idol. This is another one of my favorite fish. I'm a really big fan of the white on gray. I knew something was low. Really like the white on gray fish. No, go be with your, it's okay. You know what? You're still getting accustomed to your new home. You know, you take your time and you enjoy it. All right? But just know that they're your new family and they will be here for you whenever you need them. Now I know I talked to you guys about how I was going to build the silos and all of that fun stuff last episode. At least I think I did. And if not, well, you know, I definitely did, and I just didn't put it in the episode. But I have come to the discovery that I have used all of my iron to make that base, to make my beacon base, and I don't have enough iron to start on this project. And I also didn't have enough cobblestone to start this project because I'm going to need I also don't have enough quartz to start the project, or any of the wood. Really, I'm wholly unprepared to start the silo project today. So, I have started to remedy that situation by doing a lot of mining. And now I'm going to go over and I'm going to show you guys the progress I have made over in the quarry. Okay, and now here we are, and as you can see, I've done a lot more digging. It might not even seem like that much. Maybe you get a little bit more of the scope when you look this way of how much digging I've done, but like I've done a lot of digging. I have had to go make a new pick because I can't repair this one anymore, I don't think. Last time I repaired our old pick, it was at 33, so I think that's the final repair for that guy. So this guy is donezo. Then we have Sweep over here, which is the new one I just made, and that was using our old efficiency 3 pick that we just, or 4 pick we had just hanging out here. And I'm halfway through using this its first time through. But yeah, all of my iron is here and right here. 5 blocks of iron is literally nothing. I even have like 45 pistons just on hold, but I'm gonna need more. Purely for the, like, what is it called? The pumpkin farm. For every pumpkin spot there is for it to be grown, there's going to be a regular piston there. And in between, and with every pumpkin plant I'm going to need an observer there. And that is seven cobblestone. We'll go back to that just in a second, but it's 7 cobblestone like that. And 1 stack only gives me 9. So that's not even including the 4 you're going to need for all of the pistons. And it's just like a whole thing. This is pretty much the last of my extra wood that I have that I've now discovered is a huge issue that I didn't realize. So I have just been down here and I've been doing this and I've been trying to figure out what our roadmap's going to be. But before I go over our roadmap, I would like to show you guys what I've gotten from digging out all of this. Mostly I've been looking for iron and I've gotten a fair bit of it and I am definitely going to smelt it up, but I definitely need more. A lot more. So first of all, before I even do that, I discovered our problem with this because I was going to dig out, remember our Salvador Dali type thing we want to do over, it might not even be Salvador Dali. I still haven't looked it up. Over in our villager place, I wanted to build another beacon over there. And so I was like, okay, how much iron do I have? And I'm like, not much. How much am I going to need to mine out? I'm going to need this much. You see all of this iron ore here? That is how many stacks of iron ore. It's really this and a little bit here on the 24th stack, but you need 23 stacks of iron or of any ore block to make the actual block of that item. And you need 23 and a bit. So right now we are at a solid 9 and almost 10. And that's from digging out all of this, and that's all we've gotten in that respect. Now, I know the rest of these kind of look like rookie numbers, but that's because I've had to move a lot of these. Surprisingly enough, not a lot of lapis, not a lot of gold. Surprisingly enough, I had more diamonds than I did gold for a very long time. But yeah, we are banking. And I've used diamonds to repair my things several times, so this is even a more extra, and we got very unlucky with that. So that's pretty much as many blocks as we used to have. Yeah, so I'm like good. I'm Gucci on diamonds. Really, levels is the one thing that really takes up the most of my time. Just going over to the blaze farm and crushing them. But I do have so many blaze rods now, so that project's going to be coming up soon. What is it called? Our nice little new furnace array. Yes. And up here are the rest of our things. So we have a lot more redstone. I also need more redstone, though that's not as dire of a need right now or before even. So all in all, this has been a very fruitful endeavor. Oh, also over here you see these 4 polished diorites. There is a slime chunk in this area. There's also a slime chunk over there, well, that's new. They weren't there before. All right, let's just get some of this. Let's just do a little bit of that. Yeah, so there's a few slime chunks in the place. So let's just do it somewhere around here, because they spawn in this general area. And I'll go back. Over there is where I was talking about. This actually might be useful that they're so close. So the last thing I've done here is this is our main portal to get back to our base. But if we walk past this, there's a little bit of a come up here. A little bit of a ramshackle staircase that I haven't made fancy at all, because I don't know if this is something that I need to spend my energy on at the moment. But here I have this ladder leading up straight up here to bedrock level, as you can see up there, as we slowly but surely make our way up. What we're doing here is I have this minecart set up, and we have I don't know if you were able to see it, but there is a half slab right there under it. Now if I sit in this guy, I dismount and I look over here, I can get up onto I can get up here. I can get up on top of the nether, which is a very useful tool, especially if you want to make a farm up here that's efficient with drops. Now, I don't know. This is going to take a lot of resources if I go down this route. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort. And it's going to take just blocks, not really even expensive blocks like iron, pistons, anything like that. It's going to take just a lot of blocks. What I'm talking about here, obviously, is a pigment farm. It's going up another 100 blocks and then building a huge platform, or 128, build a huge platform in which only pigmen can spawn, and they'll run at me because I'll make one of them mad, and then they will die of fall damage, leaving all of their nice things there. Or I can come up with my own design in which I kill them. But I don't know if that's something I want to invest my time in right now, because as we know, I have a lot of things to do. And why? Because I need gold would be the option I want to replace our beacon bases with next. We need kind of gold right now. And so I'm trying to decide what I want to do, whether or not I want to make this farm, come up with a farm idea, or if I want, fully commit to making our beacons over in our nether arena, our nether fortress arena, because that will be kind of a lot more fun for me, at least here short term, than it will long term. The reason I made the nether fortress arena, or why I want to make it, it was for skeleton heads, wither skeleton heads. And I got that, and that's why I now have 3 beacons, 2 of which are just chilling here in my box. But I don't have the blocks to make the bases. I need the gold to make that. This is where everything starts getting a little complex, you know? This is the ire of a single player series, which we kind of talked about in the podcast, which you can find the link to down below or on this channel. It's released every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. But everything is interconnected. So the sand quarry is highly based on shulker boxes. So I'm able to make do with, you know what, let's do this. I'm gonna set up paint and we're gonna talk about it like that. Okay, so I've brought up paint. I need to change this to like something you guys can read. So here is our plan. We have our sand quarry, right? We have our sand quarry. Now to make our sand quarry, we need shulker boxes. So to make these shulker boxes, we need to head to the end. All right. And then we need to kill shulkers. All right. So that's all exploration. So that's for the sand quarry. Now, what we also need for the sand quarry is a furnace array, which means we needed blaze rods. Okay. And for blaze rods, we needed the blaze farm. And the other thing that we kind of need for the furnace array, this is all connected here. So moving on from this, for our furnace array, another thing we need for the furnace array is we need our nether highways, which means we need glass and we need rails. And we need to make a decision on a solid block base, but I don't know yet. Okay. Now, we're also going to need glass for the sand. Glass is going to be brought to us by our furnace array through our sand quarry, though I don't need our sand quarry that much. Honestly, I just need the path between the sand quarry and the furnace array. That's the only thing I need to set up for this highway to start off with, you know? All right. And so the other thing here that I haven't talked about are rails. I keep bringing up rails because rails need iron. We need iron for our rails. And that is a little bit unfortunate because what we don't have is iron. So the other thing we want is we need food, right? This is not even our sand quarry. So now we need food. So we're making pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie. And for pumpkin pie, we need pumpkins, which we're going to need observers, pistons, and dirt. And a lot of solid blocks, but I feel like we'll be able to survive with that. So we need wood for pistons, We need cobblestone for pistons. We need iron for pistons. And we're also going to need redstone. Now, I'm not very concerned about redstone. You guys saw how much redstone I have. For observers, we're going to need cobblestone. We're going to need redstone. And the most important one is we're going to need quartz. So quartz is going to be a real big holdup with observers. Okay? We're also going to need seeds, but I feel fairly confident that we'll be able to get a lot of pumpkin seeds. Now, the other thing we need is sugarcane. So for reeds, we're going to need pistons. We're going to need a lot of redstone. We might need rails. Honestly, I haven't chosen the design for our reeds yet. I haven't thought about it because pumpkins have been taking up all of my brain space. We're going to need dirt. And we're possibly going to need slime blocks. We're possibly going to need not sticky blocks, such as terracotta and such. All right. And that's just for our pumpkin pie farm. We're going to need a lot of iron, specifically just for our pistons for our pumpkin farm. Because also the other thing we're going to need are hoppers, which is just, I feel like the unspoken rule of all of this. Like, this is going to require iron, which hoppers, again, another thing we don't talk about. Hoppers need wood, a lot of wood, and they're going to need a lot of iron. And dirt, I'm not so worried about our dirt anymore now that we've done all of that digging at spawn. Now I know what you're talking about. Let's make an iron farm. Now, don't get me wrong. Definitely something I've been thinking about, making an iron farm. I kind of am not feeling it, you know? I kind of am feeling this whole mining thing at the moment. Our other big issue is we need beacon base blocks. So this is mining, right? This is villager trading. This is mining or iron farm. Or we're going to have to make gold. We can either get out of mining or a gold farm or another arena. And so those are all of our options here. So mining is kind of out of the option because you guys saw how little gold I got in comparison to iron going through an entire pick. And then gold farm, I'm not really inclined to make right now at this very moment, probably in the future, but right now at this moment of my progression, that feels a little bit out of the scope of what I can do. Just because I already have another fortress arena set up, I feel like this is the thing I want to do. So next week is not going to be a regular episode. So we have an entire week to decide this. So yeah, it's a big mess of things. This is sort of what's been going on in my head as to what we need to do. I'm more inclined to go this way because the reason we need the beacon, by the way, in case that's gotten lost in translation here, is because we need iron. I desperately need iron to make everything, and I need to get rid of all of the iron blocks, all 150 or whatever blocks that I have making up the beacon base over in my quarry. I need to use those blocks for our pumpkin pie farm. I also want us to know that this is another thing that we need to keep an eye on, our sand quarry, because our plan is that we're going to have a rail. I'll do a quick little drawing here for you. This is our quarry, right? This is our sand right here. That is our sand. That is going to go into a hopper. That is going to go into a hopper, which is then in exchange going to go into a chest, but not just any chest, guys. It's going to go into a minecart chest. All right. So in this minecart chest, we are going to lead out into and over. So we're going to go this way. We are going to lead over to another, what is this called? Minecart. But this time it's going to be a hopper chest. And this is going to go over this hopper minecart. And this hopper minecart is going to go into a regular hopper, right? And then this is going to go into a chest. This is going to lead into not even a chest. No, I'm wrong. I have messed up my own design. This is going to go into, let me just erase this again. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Be precise. Take a little time. This is going to go into a shulker box. A blit box right here. This is what this is going to be. It's going to be a shulker box right here. And then we're going to break this, okay? Still with me here? We're going to break this with a piston. All right, we're going to break this with a piston. And then that's going to pop in to another hopper that's going to lead into another minecart that's going to have a chest in it. So this minecart chest is going to be full of these shulker boxes, because this is just going to pop. It's going to pop. This is going to be a small little thing that it's going to fall in here, right? It's just going to fall in here, and it's going to go in here. And then this we're going to write off into the sunset, into another portal here. Another portal, you know, you know how these go. Another portal. And through that nether portal, we're going to go through another nether portal. And in this nether portal, we're now going to be in the nether. So now we're in the nether, you know, that's just a lot of nether stuff. And then here we're going to have a track that's going to go to our furnace array. Okay, this is going to be in our furnace array. And that's going to have a unloader for these. It's going to pop out. We're going to have a dispenser, and it's going to pop out our shulker boxes, which are then going to go on top of these hoppers, which in exchange are going to be on a furnace, right? Very angry. Furnace. And then from there, it's going to go out into a big chest, a big series of chests that are going to be full of all of our glass. I'm going to have all of our glass here ready to go. All right, so that's the plan here. As you can see, it is a little bit elaborate, but it's going to need a lot of rails, right? So, but yeah, so that is what we want for our quarry, our sand quarry. That's why we need shulker boxes. That's why we need to go to the end. That's why we need our furnace array. That's why we need the nether highways. And our pumpkin pie farm, I know these are the things we're going to need. I don't know how I'm going to make it yet, because I haven't had the time to really come up with a solid idea for it. I'm like experimenting with things, but they're all very time consuming. Like as in I have to sit there and wait for things to grow to see if it works. It is a little bit time consuming. So yeah, either I go full in on just mining iron, and we get another episode where I don't really do anything, because all I've been doing is just mining all week. Or again, next week's episode is going to be special. So next week you guys will for certain be getting content. Okay, it's not going to be like these last 2 weeks where I haven't really been able to do much. So this is the week after. This is going to be for episode 12, I think, if I have my numbers right. Either I go full on and just mine mindlessly, or I go to the end and I just try to get that done, to get some shulkers and go full bore into the furnace array, and just slowly but surely just ignore our food situation, which I really shouldn't, because the end shulkers are very, very, very mean. This will mean I have to do a lot of enchanting that is going to be very time consuming. So this is going to include a lot of enchanting and food and good gear, because it is very easy to get overwhelmed by shulkers and die. Because I'm going to need feather falling. At least I'm going to need feather falling, but I'm also going to need just regular protection, because they hurt a lot, these shulkers, and it's very hard to avoid them. And if I'm going to just be going full bore on that, I'm just like, I would rather not do that. Really, I'm leaning more towards going here and just replacing our beacon base. Replace beacon iron with gold. That is what I want here. I want to replace iron with gold. And then from there, I feel like we can progress pretty naturally. So if you guys are down with this idea, if you guys are down with me just replacing iron with gold blocks, that means I will go and I'll go full bore. I'll take out our beacon from our quarry and I'll put it in the nether, where our nether fortress arena is. And I will put it on strength, and I'm just going to go around killing everything. And I will stream a lot of that on twitch.tv/pbplaysinside. Okay? And I will be doing that on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it would probably, if I don't finish it all on Tuesday, it would also be on Friday at the same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is when you will be able to watch me doing that for approximately 1 to 3 hours, depending on how it goes. Okay, and with that, I think the decision has been made. I think not next week, because we have a special episode coming out next week, but the week afterwards for episode 12, we will be doing a lot of streaming that week, in which I'm going to be killing a lot of pigmen over in our Nether battle arena, along with a lot of other mobs that spawn there. So if you're excited to see all of that action, feel free to go follow me at twitch.tv/pbplaysinside, in which I will be streaming on Tuesday 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and Friday 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that's where you'll be able to find me. After that, things should start to speed up. I'll have a lot of resources. I have a lot of resources to work on things, so look forward to the sand quarry project, because I think that's the next thing I want to do. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to be nice to each other. Don't forget to be compassionate. Don't forget to go watch everybody else's ANYVERSE episodes. Links are all down below in the comments or in the description box. Also, make sure to go watch and listen to the podcast, in which we talk about what we did in our weeks in the ANYVERSE and our upcoming plans for different things. Also, the reveal of what next week's goal challenge of March is. But thank you guys so much. And don't forget to tell me what you want to see down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.